Okay. All right, so your money matches, and the folks from Scotia understand that. So here to help you make the most of your investments, Assistant Vice President and Branch Manager in Montego Bay with Scotia Investments, Mr. Dave Dixon. Sir Dave.
Morning, Neville.
Great to see you.
Viewers.
Yeah, man. Hope you had a great holiday weekend, sir.
It was good. It was very good.
So we're talking about what? Saving as opposed to investing?
Saving as opposed to investing.
What's the difference?
Well, saving never, you're really just accumulating money not being spent now, and it's not really doing anything for you. Investing, you're making a commitment to generate future profits or additional income by various means, whether you're going to start a business, whether you're going to buy a share in an existing business, and so forth.
So if I save money, I don't sometimes get interest depending on what kind of savings account I have?
You do get a little interest,
Yeah.
but you're putting it in something that you can take it out at any minute. So there's no real commitment there, and the returns usually are very, very limited.
All right, so now that
investing.
I know that I want to make an investment, what I do, how I approach it, how I know what is the important things I must do and I mustn't do.
It's very important that you do some homework when you're going to, make a decision to invest. Do your homework about the institution. Do your homework about the products that you might want to invest in. And you really should ask some very critical questions. What am I really investing in? Because it will determine how the returns are earned, when they are earned, when you get your money back, and if you get your money back. So it's important that you understand what your money is invested in, and you should ask, what is it that my money is going into?
And you obviously would talk me through that.
Definitely. And, the research will help you to gather useful information, which we, have to file with our regulatory authorities. Yep. And it's very important that you review that information.
So say I invest $1 million and for whatever reason I come into another little change. I can add to that investment or have I invest in something totally new?
Never you can. There are some investments that you can add additional amounts to. There are some that the security is no longer available and you'd have to try and buy it from someone else. But we do have a wide range where you can automatically add at any point in time, and that's important too. You want to know how can you increase this with your own funds on a regular basis, and that's an important question to ask when you're making a decision to invest in something.
Investing is a risk, right? Or,
it is. There are risks involved.
Or am I guaranteed X amount or what?
There are some investments where the returns are guaranteed in terms of they promise to pay you a fixed amount. However, that guarantee is dependent on the guarantor. So if I guarantee to give you $10, but I can't find the $10, then we're going to have a problem. So there are some investments where the guarantor would be the company that you're buying into. If it's a bond, for example, which is a debt instrument, and they promise to pay you back in 5 years, their ability to pay you back the principal will depend on their financial standing. You will get your fixed amount each year. So there are some guarantees, but it's limited to the extent of the person being able to repay you at the end of the day. Okay,
but don't you decide where I put the investment, or is not me? I'm asking.
That's an excellent question, Neville. This is a joint decision between your advisor and you, and the ultimate decision is yours. We do not put your money in something where you do not agree to. So the important thing is get all the information, and we do have documented information which is fully detailed, and you are able to see all of the features and benefits of whatever it is.
But having said that, if I come to you, Sir Dave, and say, well, I want to invest in Landia's company, and you don't think Landia's company is a company that I should invest in, then you would tell me that, right?
Well, I would point out the risk involved. But you could still say, you know what, I hear what you're saying, but Landia is a friend, and I want to invest in this business because I believe in it. And a lot of times, there are people who believe and they see the effort behind the initiative, and they would invest in it. I may not see what you're seeing.
Okay.
So this ultimate decision will depend. But we will guide you with information and let you answer some critical questions. Okay, so how is this going to work? What documentation is this person giving you or the company giving you? What if something goes wrong? How do I get back my money? How do I access the money? So those are some critical questions that you really would want to just have a conversation with your financial advisor just to iron out exactly.
All right. And since you went there, all right, go back to the $1 million that I invested with you, Sir Dave. And then after 3 months, I say, I want the money. I can just come and say, give me my money?
Some investments, Neville, you can definitely come and say, you know what, I'm not interested in having this investment anymore. Can you sell it for me? You may have to sell it. Two things could happen. You could get much more than the $1 million, or it could be less. The ultimate decision to sell at that time would be yours. The advisor may say to you, the conditions are not right to sell now, because it could be just the conditions and not the investment that you made, just the market conditions. So you would take that advice and decide, you know what, I'm not going to sell today. I'm going to sell next month or when conditions improve,
Yeah, but
and I can get back the money.
if I give you $1 million and I want it back after 5 months, why would it be less?
As I said, depends on what you
On the
made.
investment, maybe.
Right. If you invest in some stocks and the prices are down, then you may not have the full $1 million to get back. If you invest in a bond and the market value falls, you may not get the full, but it could also increase and you get much more than you had anticipated.
So it is a risk.
There is a risk involved.
And I would know this up front.
You would know this
So you would tell me, say, all right, give me the $1 million, but if you come back with it in 6 months, I can't guarantee that it's going to be more, or I can't guarantee it's even going to be the $1 million.
Right. And the reason for having this discussion this morning, Neville, is to point out to your viewers and persons looking to invest, is that it is important that you ask that question that you just asked. What is the risk involved? It is our duty to explain it to you. And if it's not adequate, then ask for the documentation. We have offering circulars for our unit trusts, and those offering circulars detail everything about the investment, the securities involved, prospectus for your mutual funds. So before you sign on the dotted line, it's important to ask these questions.
Yeah. How often I get a statement, by the way?
Statements are generated quarterly, and
Okay.
you can request a monthly statement from Scotia Investments at any point in time.
You come from Mobile this morning?
No, I came up last night. All right, and I want to big up my entire team in Montego Bay, and you're a wonderful set of people, and I enjoy working with you, and we definitely have a special day planned for you tomorrow.
A special day?
Yes, Neville.
So tell me now.
No, can't tell you.
Why?
It's for them.
Is a special day for them?
Yes.
Hold on when I get fired. No, joke. So what, is an anniversary? Dave, you have to tell me something, man.
We have an annual staff day for...
So me squeeze it out there. No, what's that? We're not supposed to rate.
Yes.
All right, next time I come to Montego Bay, I'm coming to look for you. Good to see you, my
Yeah,
friend.
man. Thank you
Good to
very
see
much.
Great to see you. Assistant Vice President and Branch Manager with Scotia Investments, Mr. Dave Dixon. By the way, remember the last good question? Well, a youngster called and actually got the right answer, and I think we said it was wrong. I want you to call back because we said it was wrong, and apparently it was the right answer you gave. So that youngster who called, was it a young man, a young girl who? It sounded like it was a little girl. So please call back 733-246-126 and give that same answer that you gave when you call back. I don't want to give the answer and somebody else call and get it. So I'm not going to give the answer that you gave, but you were right. So we apologize for that. So please call back at 733-246-126 and give that same answer that you gave before, and you will get the Lasco basket. Thanks again, Sir Dave. And have fun at your party tomorrow. We've got our greener pick after the break. Soon come.